because we need to solve for this power problem, but we need more people, and people have to be passionate enough to build a career around these types of things, which means it has to be financially accretive. People are not everyone's going to do this because they want to. I'm a tree hugger too, as I make jokes about tree huggers, but like, that's not enough. You know what I'm saying? Like, we have to actually do real shit and make big changes.
And maybe that's where environmental and social clash, right?
Yeah.
But what we see today is looking at public opinion, looking at, emissions, looking at communities around those data centers, right? Looking at, hey, is my bill going to go high, which is the usual go-to, right? All of those are the ones that the data center customers are fighting right now. And we see that rate of adoption not going as quickly as we would expect just because of that demand, right?
I think a lot of people, it's a herd mentality in this industry if you've not seen it. Imagine you're seeing this huge swimming pool right now, and you have all the operators and enterprise end users standing out in front of it, waiting for the first person to jump in. And then there's always, 4% of the market are always the most innovative, Malcolm Gladwell's tipping point model. So if you look at that, those 4 to 7% of the industry that get it, they're going to be the first ones to jump in and do cannonballs, and they'll get the best deals on what you're doing, they'll be the first ones to adopt the SMRs and really start incorporating that in their model. But once it happens, everyone's jumping in that, and then it'll just be the first disruptor of any element of market or industry will be the first one to gain from it, and then everyone else that follows will be the ones that institutionalize and create it as a standard. So that's how we advance the standards of this industry.
Agreed. And at least from my perspective, since I'm in charge of global power, we're seeing this in Ireland. We're seeing this in Asia. We're seeing this in South America, right? So who's gonna be able to be that innovator, right? We have one already here in the US, but who's going to be the one taking the next step?